Hi everyone, and welcome back to another quick Excel lesson. What we're going to be talking about today is what is the difference between relative and absolute cell references in Excel. So I've got this table here that I created, and we can use this to help demonstrate what we're talking about today, relative and absolute cell references. Now, if I wanted to figure out what the totals that we were looking at here, we can say, for example, do equals sum B1 to B4, or sorry, B2 to B4. We'll just change that. There we go, B2 to B4. This adds that up. Now, instead of me typing it in here and mistyping again as you saw me do, what we can do is we can just click here in the bottom corner and drag it over. And now, instead of referencing B2 to B4, if I click in here, it's referencing C2 to C4. That's a relative cell reference. If I bring it over here, it's going to reference D2 to D4 because it's referencing a relative cell reference. Whereas I can demonstrate how to do an absolute cell reference equals sum, and then we can do $sign B2 to $sign B4. And now it gives us the same information here. However, if I click and drag it to the other one, it's giving us the same answer. Now, why is that? Because it's still referencing B2 to B4, because I told it that wherever I drag that, I want it to reference B2 to B4 by putting the $sign and making it an absolute reference. If I take out one of the $signs, sorry, not out of there, just one moment, we'll just delete that. If I get rid of one of the $signs here, still got the 18, but this time if I click and drag it, now I've got, again, an entirely new answer, because now it's doing B2 to C4. So now it's very confused about what it's even giving us. It doesn't know what's going on. So from here it was B2 to B4. Now it's B2 to C4, because whatever I have the $sign in front of, it's going to remain the same even if I click and drag it across 10 different lines here. It's going to always be the same B2, 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 but you'll see at the top there in the formula bar, it's changing the other one, the relative reference, to whatever column it's in. So you want to keep that in mind there. Wherever you have the $sign in front of your cell, that's going to be an absolute cell reference, and it won't change even if you drag it across your screen. Whereas if you take away the $sign and you click and drag, it's going to do a relative cell reference, and it'll change to match wherever you drag it to. So that's the difference between relative and absolute. If you want it to reference the same cell over and over, even when you're clicking and dragging it to another column, then you want to make sure that you put the $sign in front of it for an absolute cell reference and no $sign for a relative cell reference. I hope that helped explain the concept and it makes it easier in your Excel journey, and good luck to all of you.